Hello and welcome to another episode of Current Affairs MCQ. Let us begin with the previous day's question. Which of the following institutions conducted the Comprehensive Modular Survey Education 2025? A. Ministry of Education. B. National Council of Educational Research and Training. C. Niti Aayog. D. National Statistical Office, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. The correct answer is D. The Comprehensive Modular Survey Education 2025 was carried out by the National Statistical Office under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation as part of the National Sample Survey Program. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Question 1. The recent Generation Z protests in Nepal was primarily triggered by A. Alleged electoral fraud in municipal elections. B. Discontent over corruption, nepotism, unemployment, inequality, and social media restrictions. C. Military intervention in politics. D. Imposition of a nationwide curfew. The correct answer is B. Nepal is facing a phase of political unrest with Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli resigning amid widespread youth-led demonstrations. The unrest stems from long-standing concerns over corruption, nepotism, unemployment, widening inequalities, alongside discontent with restrictions on social media platforms. The situation grew more volatile after police firing in Kathmandu resulted in casualties, deepening public grievances and instability. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 2. Consider the following statements regarding the Harappan script. 1. The script has been fully deciphered and is known to be a logosyllabic system. 2. The script sometimes follows the bolster style. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is B. Harappan script is used by the Indus Valley Civilization in present-day Pakistan and northwest India. Discovered in the 1920s by Sir John Marshall's team, the script was found on seals, terracotta tablets, and metal is still undeciphered and features pictograms, animals, and human motifs. While scholars believe it is likely logosyllabic system, this is still hypothetical. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. In Harappan script, some longer inscriptions do follow the Bostrophodon style, though the script is generally written right to left. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 3. Consider the following countries. 1. Egypt. 2. Indonesia. 3. Iraq. 4. Saudi Arabia. 5. United Arab Emirates. C. Ethiopia. How many of the above have been recently inducted into the BRICS grouping? A. Only 3. B. Only 4. C. Only 5. D. All 6. The correct answer is C. BRICS is a cooperative intergovernmental organization of emerging economies that was originally formed to enhance economic collaboration and increase the global political and economic influence of its members. The name BRICS is an acronym of its 5 founding countries: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The term BRIC was first coined in 2001 by Jim O'Neill and was used to describe the rapidly growing economies of Brazil, Russia, India, and China. BRICS has recently expanded its membership to include Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates, and Iran, a development often known as BRICS Plus. Iraq is not a member of the BRICS group. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question 4. The Dark Indonesia protests were primarily triggered by A. Protest against increasing gun violence. B. Outrage over budget cuts affecting education and healthcare. C. Fuel subsidy removal. D. Border disputes with neighboring countries. The correct answer is B. The Dark Indonesia movement was led by students opposing Prabowo Subianto government's austerity measures, especially budget cuts in education, public services, concerns over military entering civilian roles, etc. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 5. Consider the following statements regarding the exclusive economic zone. 1. Commercial fishing can be done without the consent of the coastal state. 2. Mining the seabed for rare earth minerals can be done without the permission of the coastal state. 3. Marine scientific research can be conducted without the permission of the coastal state. Which of the statements given above is or are not correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is D. Exclusive economic zone. Only the coastal state has sovereign rights to explore, exploit, conserve and manage living resources. Foreign states cannot fish without explicit consent or agreement. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The coastal state is the only entity with sovereign rights over seabed and subsurface resources within the exclusive economic zone. It has the power to authorize other states. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The coastal state must authorize maritime scientific research in the EEZ. Illegal research is not permitted. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Question 6. Consider the following statements. 1. China controls more than 90% of the world's rare earths processing capacity. 2. India has the world's 5th largest rare earth reserves. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. None. The correct answer is C. China controls more than 90% of the world's rare earths processing capacity, giving it diplomatic clout and dominance over the supply chain as the global pivot to EVs intensifies demands for the group of 17 elements vital to consumer electronics, EV batteries, and motor magnets. Hence, statement 1 is correct. India has the world's 5th largest rare earth reserves but lacks the ability to process them into magnets. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question 7. Consider the following statements. Assertion: artificial intelligence can enhance decision-making in healthcare and governance. Reason: AI systems are inherently free from bias and do not require human oversight. Options: A. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. The correct answer is C. AI improves efficiency by analyzing data and supporting decisions in healthcare, governance, etc. AI can inherit biases from data and is not completely neutral. Human oversight is needed to ensure ethical and accurate outcomes. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question 8. Consider the following statements regarding the governor of an Indian state. 1. The governor is appointed by the President of India and holds office at the President's pleasure. 2. The governor can reserve certain bills passed by the state legislature for the President's consideration. 3. The governor can act completely independently of the State Council of Ministers in all matters. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is A. The governor is appointed by the President and holds office at their pleasure. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The governor can reserve certain bills for the President's consideration. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The governor acts on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers in most matters. Independent action is limited to discretionary powers. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 9. Which of the following states have enacted anti-conversion laws that include provisions for imprisonment and fines for forced or fraudulent religious conversions? 1. Uttarakhand. 2. Uttar Pradesh. 3. Madhya Pradesh. 4. Haryana. A. 1, 2 and 3 only. B. 1, 2 and 4 only. C. 2, 3 and 4 only. D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is D. Uttarakhand. The Uttarakhand Freedom of Religion Act 2018 provide freedom of religion by prohibition of conversion from one religion to another by misinterpretation, force, undue influence and coercion. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Uttar Pradesh, the 2021 Act prescribes imprisonment and fines for conversion through force, misinterpretation, coercion, or marriage without prior notice. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Madhya Pradesh. The 2021 Act imposes penalties for forced or fraudulent conversions with provisions for imprisonment and fines. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Haryana, the 2022 Act provides penalties for forced or fraudulent conversions, including imprisonment and fines. Hence, statement 4 is correct. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Question 10. Consider the following sectors. 1. Atomic energy generation. 2. Chit funds. 3. Single brand retail trading. 4. Tobacco industry. Which of the sectors mentioned above are prohibited for foreign direct investment in India? A. 1, 2 and 4 only. B. 1, 2 and 3 only. C. 2, 3 and 4 only. D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is A. Currently, FDI in India is regulated by the FDI Policy 2020 and the FEMA Rules 2019 under the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. The Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry is the main regulator of FDI in India. RBI also plays a key role by enforcing the FDI rules. FDI prohibition in India. FDI is strictly prohibited in sectors like atomic energy generation, gambling and betting, lotteries, chit fund, real estate and the tobacco industry. 100% FDI through automatic route is permitted for single brand retail trading. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Now let us look at a practice question. With reference to the Pay Commission, consider the following statements. 1. It assesses the pay scales, allowances and benefits for central government employees. 2. A new PC is established every 10 years under the Department of Expenditure of the Ministry of Finance. 3. Usually a retired RBI governor heads the PC. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. Please provide your answers in the comments section.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe. And do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.